And since we spoke last, a bit of a mixed bag, disappointment of course going out of Europe, but 3 points clear in the league, only 10 games left to play. How do you assess the form just now?
Yeah, look, I think since we've sort of come back from the break, our form's been pretty good in the league. Obviously Europe's been a disappointment for us. We expected to sort of perform better and we didn't in 2 games, which is, as I said, disappointing for us. But yeah, overall, I'm still very pleased with our progress and particularly the players' preparedness to sort of keep on playing our football.
You added to the squad in January. It's been utilised to the full extent at the moment. Looking back, you can see how vital it was to get that early business done in the January transfer window.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be crucial. I think the period straight after sort of the break was going to be pretty important for us. We kind of knew that we'd still have some long-term absences in terms of injuries. 𝗘𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗲𝗍𝘂, 𝗚𝗃 were obviously very important to us. So having the guys in early and they did hit the ground running and made an impact has been, I think, very beneficial for us. And it gives them a good platform now to kick on for the last part of the year.
2 important fixtures this week: Livingston away. Before that, though, 𝗘𝘅𝗰𝗹𝘂𝗀𝗃𝗏 at home. Sometimes teams lower down the league can come and they can sit in, make it difficult for Celtic to break them down. What kind of game do you expect?
Yeah, tough games. I think, irrespective, I think we're getting to the part of the season where every game's going to have a little bit of an edge. Everyone's fighting for something. You've seen that in recent weeks with not just our games, all games, where no one's sort of rolling over because there's a lot to play for all teams. So every game's going to be a bit of a scrap and, we've got to be up for that. We've handled it okay so far and that's what I expect, in these 2 games and beyond. I think there won't be any games where, we can sort of just roll up and think that the opposition aren't going to fight for something. So you can see how tight the ladder is below, sort of between third and down the bottom. And I think just when it gets to the end of the year, everyone's a little bit on edge. So there's no doubt that's us included. Sometimes
supporters can be guilty of maybe looking at a fixture ahead and just automatically putting 3 points next to it. Can we see by the weekend results that that's not a wise thing to do?
Yeah, look, I think it's only natural for supporters. I mean, they want things to go a certain way, and you can understand that because, the less stress they can have in seeing their team play, I think, they probably feel a bit more comfortable. But, as you said, that's not how football works, not just here in Scotland, all around the world. It's that uncertainty that keeps us captivated about the game, that irrespective of teams' strengths or teams' form, that on any given day, another team can knock you off and you live that existence all the time. So what's important for us is that we don't let that affect what we do, particularly the players. Just make sure they're laser focused on playing our football and what our job is and not get too distracted by the noise.
And just finally, with the important games coming up, any update in terms of injuries, any new ones about the ones coming back as well?
Nothing in the short term. As I said, the main sort of longer term ones, 𝗘𝘅𝗰𝗹𝘂𝗀𝗋𝗄 sort of working through his rehab, and as is 𝗘𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗏. I think with both of them, 𝗘𝘅𝗰𝗋𝗂𝗋's obviously ahead of 𝗘𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗏 in terms of recovery. Look, we'll see them at some point, over the next sort of period, but again, I don't want to put too much pressure on them to sort of come back by a certain time. But they're both working hard and both keen to get back.
𝗘𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗏's missed out at the weekend. Do you expect him back soon?
Yeah, should be back, if not Wednesday, definitely the weekend. We'll just assess how he's feeling. Like I said, it was just nothing major, but enough to keep him out.